Hello everybody, it's Officer Murphy and Rozco again. Today we're going to switch things up for History on a Horse episode 3. Instead of talking about the history of the police department or the history of the mounted unit, we're going to dive into a neighborhood of the early days of the city of Rochester. Today we're in the High Falls area, which was originally called Upper Falls, named for the 96-foot waterfall upstream on the Genesee River, which was carved by years of erosion. The Upper Falls of the Genesee River in Rochester served as a driving economic force in the development of early Rochester. The High Falls area was acquired in a land purchase by the Brown brothers in the early 1800s, when 200 acres of land was purchased by the two. In order to provide hydromechanical power to the growing industries here, a 1,000-foot-long raceway diverted water off the Genesee River through what is now known as Brown's Race. Multiple raceways were eventually excavated along the bank of the Genesee River, providing mechanical advantage to shoe, tobacco, and tool manufacturers. The area of High Falls was first named Frankfort and didn't become a part of early Rochester until closer to 1830, when Frankfort merged with Nathaniel Rochester's 100-acre plot of land in what we now call Corn Hill, then Rochesterville. At this point in time, Rochester became known as the world's leading flour producer. It was also around this time that daredevil Sam Patch performed his third and final jump over the High Falls, one that he did not survive. And if this name sounds familiar, there is a tour boat along the Genesee River that is named after him that you'll see in the Corn Hill area once summertime officially breaks. In February 1861, our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, spoke to nearly 15,000 people from the rear of his rail car in this very area. He was en route to Washington, D.C. for his inauguration. The speech was short, but forever memorialized by a plaque at the rail overpass at Mill Street and the Inner Loop. As we now approach the newly renovated Pont de Rennes Bridge, named after Rochester's sister city, Rennes, in France, we can get a clearer view of the falls. From here we can see the remains of the Rochester steam gauge building that caught fire in 1888 and took the lives of 41 workers, the deadliest fire in Rochester's history. In the 1890s, the Platt Street Bridge was built connecting both sides of the river and served Rochesterians until around 1970, when it was deemed pedestrian only. Just south of the Pont de Rennes Bridge is a replica of the Trip Hammer water wheel, built in 1816 by William Cobb. This wheel used water to spin gears and belts to produce mechanical power for Cobb's tool plant located in this spot. In 1892, hydroelectric power replaced the original hydromechanical power, and the wheel was covered and forgotten until 1983, when a demolition company cleaning up after another fire uncovered the mostly intact wheel. Again, this is something that we like to do, Rozco and I cruising around the city, highlighting different historical aspects of different neighborhoods. We're going to continue now moving from the history of the police department, the history of the mounted unit, and try to take a deeper dive into the history of some of the neighborhoods in Rochester. Again, it's difficult to police an area, it's difficult to serve a community when you don't know where we came from and the history behind it. Thanks again, and we'll catch you on the next one.